A lot of people think the law of attraction simply means that you think about something and it just shows up. You have this thought, you have this idea, and it magically shows up in your life. But if that were true, then everybody would have everything they think about. Everybody would have everything they want. They wouldn't have to work for it. That's not what the law of attraction is, though. It's not magic. Like, the real way to attract this life that you want to live, the real way to attract these goals that you have, this success that you want, has a lot more to do with how you think, how you move, and how you act, how you live. The law of attraction is not magic, bro. You don't just think about something and it pops out of thin air. It's about focus. It's about a belief. It's about an identity. It's about taking action after you have these thoughts and after you have these beliefs. The law of attraction is about what you focus your time on, or what you focus your energy on, influences your decisions. It influences your habits. It influences your direction. Because at the end of the day, you don't attract what you want. We all want to be successful. We all want to be in this great relationship. We all want to be the best version of ourselves. There's so many things that we want in life. And sometimes we can't have all those things. So you don't attract what you want, but you attract what you consistently think about and what you consistently act on. Positive thoughts equal positive outcomes. If you think negative, you're probably going to get negative. Like, the law of attraction is a mindset that you go into each and every day with, rather than simply thinking magic is just going to happen because you think positive, or thinking magic is just going to happen because you want this in your life or you have this idea. It's about more than that. It's about your focus, because your focus is what shapes your reality. Like I said, if you constantly focus on the negative, 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to get in life. Your focus shapes your reality. You constantly focus on failure, that's what you're going to get. You constantly focus on doubt. No wonder you doubting yourself when it comes to chasing your dreams and chasing your goals. Like, when you constantly focus on the negativity, you constantly focus on the failure, the setbacks in life, the doubt, you will start to move differently. You will start to act differently. You'll start to expect less. You'll start to avoid opportunities. That's what the law of attraction is. Where your attention goes, your life follows. I made a video about this on TikTok a minute ago. I said, like, it's easy to sit there and dwell in the negativity. It's easy to sit there and dwell on the failure. But when you constantly sit there and dwell on that, you constantly sit there and think about it, no wonder your life kind of feels like you're stuck. It feels like you don't know where to go because you're constantly just sitting in this negativity. You got to reframe your thoughts, bro. You got to reframe what you're focusing on. Yeah, failure is going to happen in life. You're going to experience hard times. That's not what I'm saying. You're going to experience these things. Like, life is going to life, but you don't got to focus on that. You can accept it for what it is. You can reflect on it. You can learn from it. And you can try to find the positives in your life. Because where your attention goes, your life will follow. You constantly scrolling on TikTok and you seeing all these sad TikToks and you're focusing on that. Of course, you're going to feel sad. You're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like you don't know where to go, or you have nobody in your corner, when that's probably not reality. Your focus shapes your reality. Where are you giving your energy to? What are you giving your time to? What are you giving your focus to? And that will answer a lot of questions in your life. Like, you got to believe the right things, bro. Because belief will change behavior. Belief in yourself. Believe in something is possible. Like, if you believe something is possible, you will take action. You will get up and do it every day. You'll get up and show up. If you believe something is possible, you will stay consistent. If you believe your dreams are possible, you won't quit as quickly. You won't give up as quickly. If you don't believe, you're probably going to hesitate. You might give up. You might hold back. You might cut yourself short because you don't believe in yourself. You got to believe, bro. That's part of this law of attraction. You got to believe that these things are possible. And you got to truly believe it, not just this fake belief. You got to believe. You got to believe. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how do you think you're going to get to that next level? How do you think you're going to become successful? How do you think you're going to become this best version of you if you don't even believe that you can do that? Belief changes behavior, bro. When your belief system is in the right place, your behavior is going to go in the right direction. Because your belief system controls your actions more than the circumstances that you might be in right now will. Your circumstances might be hard. You might not know where to go. You might have failed a little bit. You might be in a situation where things might not be going your way. But if you believe that your goals are still possible, you're still going to get up and take action. You're still going to get up and find a way to make it work no matter what the circumstances are. You got to believe. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in the goals you have. You got to believe in all that. Because like I talked about before, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe change is possible, you will not change. Because belief plays the biggest role in your identity. If you believe you are something or you are somebody, that's how you're going to move every single day. That's what your identity is. But if you don't believe you're that, you don't believe you're this person, your identity won't change. Like, identity is the real attraction. When it comes to law of attraction, your identity is the real attraction. If you see yourself and you believe yourself as disciplined, as focused, as capable, as strong, as somebody who shows up no matter what, you will naturally act like that. You will naturally build great habits. You will naturally create results because that's who you are as a person. That's your identity. You already believe in yourself in that way, in that light. You believe you're disciplined. You believe you're focused. You believe you're capable. So when it comes down to it, it's not about attracting this new life and expecting magic to happen when you think a certain way, when you have these certain thoughts. You don't just attract a new life magically. You become someone who creates a new life through your identity, through your beliefs, through the way you think, through where you put your focus at, what you give your time to, what you give your energy to. It's how you create this new life that you want. It's how you create this better version of you. Like, your thoughts, your identity, what you believe in manifest your experiences. If you don't believe me, try it out. Go try to think positive for a week and just see how much better your life feels. See how much more at peace you're at. See how much more fulfilled you might feel. Or if you think the negative thoughts don't mean anything, go just think negatively. You can see for yourself. Like, I've been in a space, in a place where I was constantly thinking negative. And I was trying to figure out, like, why are things just not going right in my life? Why can I not win right now? Because I didn't believe I could win. I didn't believe I could be successful. I didn't believe I could get the job done. It all started here. With your thoughts, with your identity, with what you believe in. That's where it starts. I'm sure we've all been there before, bro. We've all been in a time in our life, in a situation where we just feel like we can't get it right. We feel like we can't do it. But we really got to think and sit down and reflect of, why can't we do that? Is it because we don't believe in ourselves? Is it because we're not thinking the right way? Like, that's probably why, because we have these negative thoughts already before we even take action. We're already putting ourselves at a disadvantage because we don't believe in ourselves. And then when we don't believe in ourselves, we're not going to take action. Because action is what makes it real. Thinking alone just isn't enough. Like I said, it's not magic. A belief in yourself is just not enough. Your identity is just not enough. You got to take action to make these beliefs a reality, to really attract these things in this life that you want to live. To make the law of attraction work, you got to take action. Action is what makes it real. Consistent action, consistent discipline, executing your plan the right way, moving the right way on a daily basis, doing the right things on a daily basis. because nothing changes if you don't move. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You can't think that this belief is just going to change everything in your life without action, without taking the steps necessary. You can't think these thoughts are just going to bring all the success into your life. Like, I can think anything I want to think. You can think anything you want to think. Without action, how do you think it's going to be possible? How do you expect it to be possible if you're not putting the work in to get there? If you're not taking the actions necessary to get there? How? Have the thoughts, have the belief in yourself, build your identity, and take the action necessary to turn these things into a reality, to attract this life that you want to live, to attract these goals that you have. And through this process, you got to continue to trust God. You got to continue to have faith. That's basically what it comes down to. That's what everything comes down to, is faith. You can have these thoughts. You can believe in yourself. You can have all this. But you also got to have faith that everything is going to work out how you expect it to work out. You got to have faith that you're going to attract this life that you've wanted since you were a little kid. You got to align your actions with your purpose. You got to let go of the things that you cannot control. Because I'm not going to lie, bro. We are not always in control of our circumstances. Like, the law of attraction is not the end all be all. That's not what I'm saying by this video. We're not always in control of our circumstances, but what we are in control of is how we respond to these circumstances. How do we react when life might throw a little curveball at us? How do we react when things might not go our way? That's in your control. You can't control what circumstances might be thrown at you. You can't control the situations God might put you in, but you can control what you believe in, how you think, and what actions you take to learn from whatever circumstances you might be put in. You can take control and grow from these situations. So let go of what you cannot control and just put your faith in God to handle those things, because He will. He will. But control how you respond. Control how you react. Control what you believe in, what you think, and what you do to get to this level you want to reach. Like, go pray, believe, have faith, and work. Not just wish. Not just think. Not just have this idea that everything is going to happen out of nowhere and you're not putting the work in to get there. Like, law of attraction is not just wishing, bro. It's not about magic. Stop thinking it's about magic. Stop waiting for these things to come to you. And really focus your mind on the task at hand. Focus your mind on the goals, build your habits, and take action. That's how you create the life you want. That's how you attract the life that you want. You build it. You attract it and you build it. But you got to take the actions necessary to build it. It's not just going to happen. It's not. It's not just going to pop out of thin air. You got to do what you got to do to get there. You got to put the work in to get there. You got to show up every day in order to get there. So go do it. Attract the life you want to live through your focus, through your thoughts, through your beliefs, through your faith, and through action. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. On the way to 1K subs. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will see y'all on the next one.